You mentioned there that braces don't help. So all this orthodontic work people are having done is actually accentuating the problems?
This is an extremely controversial area. So I will tiptoe around this and tell you what I've learned from the experts over several years, and I'm talking to many of these people still. So I just want to paint a picture. So if you have a mouth that's too small for your face, right? And that mouth is so small that when teeth grow in, they have no room to grow. So guess what happens? They grow in crooked. That's why we have crooked teeth. Our mouths are too small. If you take that too small mouth and remove teeth from that too small mouth, and then put headgear on and braces and crane that small mouth even smaller, the teeth will be straight. But what is happening to that mouth? So the mouth dictates, mouth size dictates airway size, the oral pharynx, right? So if you're shrinking a mouth, hypothetically or theoretically, you're going to have a smaller airway. And this is also why when you do a procedure called palatal expansion or other surgeries to bring the mandible up, to bring the jaw forward, people can breathe better, because of course they can. You've got more room back there. And there is a huge wave coming into orthodontics and dentistry right now, and it is really picking up steam. Looking at what we've done to ourselves in the past 70 years and looking how that has affected airway health. As Michael Gelb told me, he's been in this field for 30 years, Dr. Michael Gelb. He said, we are going to look back in 10 years at what we've done and be horrified. So,
But it's almost like we need to come back to the step before orthodontics to correct the problem in the first place, because these kids are going in there with crooked teeth and they're looking for a solution, parents, and at that point it's like, what other option do they have? And you mentioned the breastfeeding and how that can help with the development of the palate. It's like, is that what it all comes down to, that we got to go back to the roots? Which I'm all about. I'm all about going to the roots on these problems. But are there other factors early on besides the breastfeeding that can help, maintain the size of the palate and the straightness of the teeth?
so there are ways to fix this problem, ways that can straighten the teeth and open up the airways. And this is this new wave of orthodontics, which mark my words, in about 5 years, this is going to be the one that the majority of people are going to opt for. So this palatal expansion, instead of contracting, making things smaller, why not make them bigger, right? It improves the profile, makes the teeth straight, opens up the airway. This was what was done 100 years ago, palatal expansion. And then we went into, and this is again, according to Kevin Boyd, Mariana Evans, William Hang, and all the experts in this field, but then we went into what they call production line dentistry, where we did the same treatment for everyone. Bring them in, bring them out, braces, extractions. Okay, move on. Here's your next one. I mean, you wonder why, what is the percentage, 60, 70% percent of people who get braces, their teeth will be crooked after after a few years because they haven't fixed their oral posture either. So that's one part of it. Is this is fixable now, but in a different way, with a different approach that's looking at airway health instead of just how straight the teeth are. You get both of those. So to go back, I believe that crooked teeth are a preventable problem. If you look at our ancestors, anyone older than 300, 400 years, they had straight teeth, right? I talked to one researcher who has seen more human skulls than maybe anyone on the planet. She's at University of Penn. She had said she had never seen a hunter-gatherer with crooked teeth. Not one of them. From 500 years ago to 5,000 years ago to 50,000 years ago, not one of them. So obviously we did this to ourselves. And the next question is, how do we get it back? So breastfeeding is huge. Eating real food when you're a kid and not eating soft mush, which is exactly what I ate growing up. That's very important. And proper oral posture. And what I mean by that is you need to breathe through your nose. You need to have your mouth closed and your tongue on the roof of your mouth, not like this. You see so many kids that are just like this. And when your tongue is pushing against those teeth, it's going to throw them out of alignment, right? And as well as keeping you a mouth breather.